I think the first thing when you put in an FOI request is to think through very carefully the exact phrasing of your request and make sure you really are asking for the information you want. To think about if somebody interprets this request literally, very literally, are you actually going to get the information out of it that you want? Have you asked precisely for the information you're looking for? Try and think about each term, how it can be interpreted. For example, if you ask for information relating to the last 3 years, do you want financial years or do you want calendar years? Because suppose you send out that request to say all police forces or local authorities, whatever, because you want to compare their performance. Some will come back with financial years, some will come back with calendar years. You won't be able to compare them. So think through the phrasing of your request very carefully. I think that's the first thing to say about putting in an FOI request. The second thing I think you've got to think about is how general do you want to be and how specific do you want to be. The more general you are, you've got a better chance of collecting that information which you might not have originally realised actually exists and is there. If you ask for something specific, you won't get maybe that other folder or file that you didn't know even existed. Obviously you don't know anything about it, but it would be caught by using more general term. On the other hand, if you ask for a request more generally, you're more likely to go over the cost limit, you're more likely to have your request pushed back at you. Very difficult balance to strike, but I think you've got to think about it. And then you've also got to think about using the right piece of jargon where you can, so you're using the same kind of language that the organisation itself uses to describe its own records. And I think the final thing I'd say really, when you're thinking about what requests you should put in, try and think about the information that the organisation actually holds. FOI is about getting information out that the organisation actually has. You can't use it to get the organisation to create information. It's not about the information you think the public authority should collect, which it doesn't. It's about the information it does actually collect. So we're often told, think outside the box. Actually, with FOI, think inside the box, think inside the filing cabinet, think inside the hard drive, think about the stuff that the organisation actually is collecting.